Hi everyone! Today is our third video on chess mates. Today we will be covering off smothered mates. So unlike any of our other videos, this one's not going to have key points since there's not that much key points. But anyway, on to the content. So today's hero of chess will be the knight. Yay! Most of the time you just think of the knight as, well, a hopping piece. Just helps developing and, well, I guess hops around. But no, the knight can actually just be an amazing piece with the queen, and they can be an amazing duo that can demolish the opponent's king in something that we call the smothered mate. Now, what does smothered mean? The dictionary meaning is, well, yeah, that's very boring. We want chess meanings that are more interesting. So a smothered mate in chess would mean to cover up the opponent's king in its own pieces so that you can deliver a amazing blow that is a checkmate, because the opponent's king is stuck behind its own pieces. Okay, we'll move on to examples very soon. You probably have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Let's get on to the examples. Yay! Alright, so this is our first example of a smothered mate. Yay! As you can see, this position is relatively simple. That's just because I want everyone to get a main idea of how the mate looks like. And once again, like other videos that have been made in the past, the evaluation bar is on the side, just, I don't know, for fun. Okay, so the move that we are going to make this mate, you may have already found it, is knight to f2, and that is a very sad mate. Very sad. This is what you want in your game. You want to trap the opponent's king in a little box. See this little box? It's sad. The king has nowhere to go because it's stuck in a box. Alright, so here is the second example of a smothered mate. As you can see, this position is more complicated than the last one, and this is mostly what you're going to find in your games. So we want to achieve the position that we saw in the past example. How can we do that? Well, we want to try push the king to this corner by delivering a check. Do you see how the queen and the king are lined up? Now, this is very important. You don't want to play some move like just any discovered check. Yeah. Let me do that again. Okay, look at the evaluation bar right now. You have a mate in 3. If you can probably figure out why this is such a bad move. Why? Well, you're just blundering the queen. Now, it may look like, oh, well, how can this have a mate in 3? Because whenever I move the knight, then my queen's going to be hanging. But there is a very big exception. Yeah, you can move it to h3. Now that is a check for both pieces. You might say, oh, well, still the queen's hanging. The queen might be hanging, but the knight is delivering an amazing, powerful check. Both pieces are being attacked, and yet none of them can be taken. Okay, so the only move is to move the king to h1. In most cases, a double check, you would have to move the king. So, yeah. Then, what do we do in this position? You sacrifice the queen! Oh dear. It might look like we're losing the game because, well, look, our queen is being attacked. Now the opponent is up 10 points of material. But does this look very familiar to the first example? Yes, it does. That's why we play the amazing knight f2 mate. Alright, so here's the third and final example of a smothered mate. Or not. Who knows, maybe there might be a bonus example at the very end. That might be a surprise. Okay, so this third example mainly is to show you how you might find and use a smothered mate in your games. As you've seen in previous examples, the queen was actually on the same diagonal as the king. This is what's different in this one. We're just gonna use d4 for this example. So, how is this the same as last time? This is already checking the king. And, well, like previous examples, the king will go into the corner because it's basically the only move. You might be wondering, oh wait, but the king can also go to f1. Thanks for shortening the game. I didn't need to play an extra 4 moves. Yeah, and unlike previous examples, this one actually just doesn't have a double check, which is why most of the time in real games you'll find different variations of a smothered mate. Okay, so how to smothered mate in this kind of position where you don't have a double check? Well, you want to try get a double check. Oh, but I already found a way how I can already move a piece to g1. I can already just sack my queen. Uh-oh. Well, of course, if white takes back with the rook, yes, you have the glory and the fame, but there is a catch. The moment that you put the queen onto g1. Oh no! Oops, wrong piece. Oh no! Your queen has been captured and you're basically down so much material. What happened there? Well, what happened was that the queen didn't have a defender. So how can we have a defender of g1 as well as the queen? Well, if you have seen in the other examples where this knight was originally on h3, and that was where the magical square was to double check the white king. So, deliver another check. Now, the magical double check, you can possibly take the queen, you are still winning, but why not go for a direct mate? And as we've seen before, ta-da! You have won the game with a smothered mate. Yay, good job. Okay, so this might be the end of the video. Or not. Hey, we do have a bonus example.